and we will talk about how consistency beats perfection. I think that we all are so perfectionists that we are withholding a lot of our knowledge and our experience from other people that really needs it because we want it to be perfect. And I just want to make sure that we understand that perfect is not what we're looking for. We're looking for human connections. We're looking for human communication, and we're looking for how we can make this happen in a really good way. Do you ever feel stuck, overwhelmed, or unsure about what to do next to grow your business? You are not alone, and this is the podcast for you. Welcome to Boost Your Business by Business Heroes. This is where service based entrepreneurs, whether you're delivering in person, online, or a mix of both, come to get the strategies, the insights, and actionable steps you need to level up your business with clarity, confidence, and impact. So let's dive in. Hi, and welcome to Boost Your Business Live with me, Sarah Watz. And today I'm thinking that we are going to talk about how you can fix your email marketing strategy and create emails that actually drives engagements and sales. How do you think about that? If you ever have felt like you sent emails and it's been maybe it went into a black hole or something because you don't see what happens to them, or maybe you're not sure on what to write and that's why you push it out to the side and say, well, I will do it later on. This session is for you. So today I brought myself a mug from Alicante with me to this coffee chat. We call it fika in Sweden, where I'm broadcasting from. And this mug I brought from Alicante. It's in Spain, and I went there to attend a conference and speak, not just once but twice. It's like an hour north of Alicante called Javia, and it was a beautiful place. And I really enjoyed talking about the Business Heroes Grid and how we used it for some of our clients. And a big shout out to the event organizer, Mark Summers, if you're listening to this. You were an excellent host, and not just 1 year, but 2 years in a row. So thank you so much for inviting me, and it was a blast being there. And I loved how we shared in the mastermind sessions with experiences and knowledge and know-how. So that was amazing and really good. So thank you. So that's why I really enjoyed these Starbucks mugs, because when I travel, I pick them up, and it gives me some memories when I drink from them, who I met and what I experienced. And I am so grateful for all the connections and all the experience I had so far. So let's dive into today's session, because I want us to talk about the email marketing, that it's not broken, but it might be that your strategy is. So let's dive in. Okay, so today we will cover a few things, and I will break down the biggest mistakes that keep service providers stuck when it comes to email marketing. And we will talk about how consistency beats perfection. I think that we all are so perfectionists that we are withholding a lot of our knowledge and our experience from other people that really needs it because we want it to be perfect. And I just want to make sure that we understand that perfect is not what we're looking for. We're looking for human connections. We're looking for human communication, and we're looking for how we can make this happen in a really good way. So if you are one of the people that are thinking that like perfection is important, that's not the ideal. It's really figuring out how we can deeply connect on a human level, especially now when we have everything around with AI. And we will also talk about how structured email strategies can nurture leads and build relationships, and how we can increase conversions. Because in the end of the day, we need money in our businesses to grow, to pay our team, pay ourselves, and to do great work with our clients. And by the end of the session, I want you to have a clear plan how you can use email marketing to work for your business instead of feeling like just another task on your to-do list. So that's what I'm looking for. And you will also learn how to use the Business Heroes Grid, of course, to create a simple and effective email marketing strategy that you can stick to. And let's dive into the way you can get your Business Heroes Grid. Because if you don't have it yet, download it and get that printed out in front of you when you're listening to this on the audio. If you are listening to it at a podcast, or if you're watching it live, you can actually go down and download it later on. So you are paying attention now and make some notes on the side. But afterwards, go in and grab the grid. You can find it at businessheroes.io ws-grid, and it's a free download. So I just wanted to have the best experience of this conversation. Okay, so let's go into the three biggest email marketing mistakes that we have. We have something called no consistency. And what is that then? Well, no consistency, it means that emails only go out when there is time. Maybe you feel like, whoa, do you know what? I haven't sent anything to my list for maybe a couple of weeks. Maybe they want to hear from me, or maybe I just want to push something out to them. And that is not a good email strategy. You have to figure out how to have a clear plan in your consistency. Because if you are not, and you're sending emails randomly, leads probably are losing interest in what you have to say, and someone else is feeding them with that information that they are longing for in their customer journey to make a decision and to understand who they will work with and give their money. So to make sure that you are not doing that and not getting into that mistake is to create a sustainable email schedule. And I know that sounds kind of boring, maybe, to not work ad hoc anymore, but work really more in a strategic way. And that's what I want you to get, that if you are working more strategically in your business, you have time to do those other things that you want to do more on the fly or ad hoc. But if you have everything in your business that way, this is what is then losing you money, losing you leads, and especially losing people that you cannot work with because they're working with someone else, because they lost interest because you didn't follow up with them. So really think about the consistency, and that is more important than perfection. Let's talk about the other thing. And the other thing is to send emails. And you look into your email sender and your provider, and you see that there is tons of open. So you're not surprised. It's like, wow, okay, they get this. You really crafted really good email subject lines. So they got curious and opening up. But what can happen is that there is no action. There is no more, hey, how do I work with you? Or, hey, I saw that you are doing this. Can I do this with you? Can you please explain more? Can I schedule a call with you? Like all these interactions that you would like to have when you send out an email. And there is no action. There's like crickets. And I don't want that to be for you. I want that to be for you to really make sure that you are staying focused on how to craft an email that is not just opened, but also engages. And sometimes it's like really simple that you haven't sent emails for a while. So you cram everything inside of that email. So they are so overwhelmed, and there is tons of links, and they're like, oh, I will put that into read later list or snooze list or whatever you have it on Google email. And that is not what we want. So we want that to be something that they feel like there is one message in one, like each email, and there's a clear call to action on what to do next. And the clear call to action can be, please respond, please reply with, I'm curious to know more about. It doesn't have to be a button, it doesn't have to be a link. But if you are not providing something that keeps you engaging them in some kind of way, that they can be segmented based on their actions and their behavior. If they are clicking on a link to a blog post, or they click into a link to a podcast, or they're clicking on a link to an offer, you see that what kind of things that they are interested in, and you can provide more of that. And you can also segment them based on their behavior, so you can be more pinpointed on what to send to them the next time. So it could be that you have to fix it by having one clear call to action and one shorter and more focused email. And sometimes it's also that we tend to have a template. It's not maybe a template in form of design like your logo and things, but more a template of how we write. So it's like boring actually to read the same kind of structure all the time. So maybe have a curated form content sometimes with links to a YouTube video that you felt was really good, or a book that you read, or sometimes you have like a report that you liked and you get some information about that and you send them to that report to download. Or sometimes it's more a story, a case, some a learning from something, or an experience that you had, like different kind of like emails with sometimes with a logo bigger and maybe some images, sometimes just a plain email. So you mix it up so you get to be curious when you open up your email to say what's new now, and they long for your kind of engagement and your insights. And I think that's important. That's really important. Otherwise, it's like, oh, I got that before. I like it's like you get uh, blindness from ads on social, so you're just scrolling by. This is kind of the same thing. So think about how you can mix it up and make it really exciting for people to opening up. And if you are providing it at the same time, at the same date every single time, it's easy for them to also know and can expect what they will receive from you. So think about how you can make that mistake no longer in your email. And the next thing is strategy. If you are sending them random content, and we will talk about that when we come into the Business Heroes Grid. When you structure your emails to actually handhold them and follow them along the way when they are in their customer journey, it's going to be so much easier for you to have a conversation and engagement with them. But if you're randomly sending them, oh, this is nice, and this is nice, and sometimes it's, oh, this is valuable, and it becomes, there's no urgency, there is no following up, there is no, it's just plain information maybe. And if you have a clear strategy on how to consistently show up in front of them with emails that engages, that are relevant for just that person, then it's going to be so much easier. And I would like you to think about where they are in their customer journey and what's the next step for them. So no longer send one email to your complete list if that's not your strategy. And we will talk about a little bit more. But if you have emails that provide value and never ask for an order, never present an offer, that is not good for you. It's not good for the client. So really think about in their customer journey, you hand-holding them, getting them in front of the right things all the time, so you can have the opportunity to help them. So they're not just getting educated by you, but hiring someone else. And I also think that sometimes when we send emails, we tend to like not following up with an SMS, maybe with a direct message, maybe with a phone call. Like if they are in that space, in that phase in their customer journey, and you are not following up on multiple channels, you are losing out. And I don't want that for you. But if you have engagement in your emails and you can see what they click and what they engage with, you know when to prioritize who in your list to take the next action by picking up the phone. So one thing when we talk about emails, and it's like a fourth biggest problem, and what I a fear that I hear from so many service-based businesses is that I don't want to send too many emails. And I was like, what? Why? And what do you mean by too many emails? Because I don't like getting them on myself. And then it's like, okay, so if you don't like to get emails yourself, why are you on those lists? If they are not providing like something for value for you, why don't you unsubscribe? Oh, well, I like to be in the know, but I don't have a need. Okay, so do you like to have your customers to be in the know but never buy from you? Or would you actually help them during their buying journey to figure things out and educate them to say, do you know what, I'm the expert and I have a system, a method that will be helpful for you to solve your problem or meet your need. And that kind of know how to figure out like this is the customer journey that they are on and how long time they are in different phases and how much you have to interact with them is crucial. Because think about it, if someone has a severe back pain, they are kind of not getting out of bed in the morning and they reach for their phone and they see something that excites them. In the feed, they see there is like a list of 3 things you can do to get out of bed if you have a sore back. Maybe they were shoveling snow or something, and they just want to get on with their day. And you are providing a possibility for them to download this, and they can watch this short video with this video exercise that they can do to get out of bed. Don't you think that would be helpful for them to have an extra email sent to them immediately afterwards saying, hey, I hope that you got out of bed correctly and that you are up and running. But if you're not, if you still need help, here's the link to my backdoor to my calendar, and you can have a really good appointment with me today. Would that be helpful for that person? It would, right? So I think that we need to figure out that some businesses needs to tend to their like send emails much more regularly than others. So if you think about the other opposite way of a business to business, where the contracts are like up for renewal every 2 or 3 years, they are in the need to get into what kind of companies can be helpful to solve my problems when we are into looking into vendors and see if we're going to keep our contract with our current vendor or if we're going to find someone else. They have a much longer, like maybe you can don't have to send emails every day then. Maybe you can have a longer term relationship with them through emails. So you can see based on what they do as behavior when they trigger something that says to you that this person now is open for having a conversations and maybe want to have a new proposal to see if they're going to keep their vendor or if they're going to like change to you. So I think that that's the key point, that we cannot treat everybody the same. There is no yeah, this is how many emails we're going to send to each and every single person on the list. It's really based on industry. It's based on your customers, and it could be individual solutions for each and every customer that they have different time frames on it. So I wanted to really think about that the frequency on your emails is something that you should be curious about to see if you can adapt and twist and really figure out how your customers will be supported the best way through their journey. So let's go into the Business Heroes Grid. So if you have downloaded it, you can see it that on top of the Business Heroes Grid, we have the customer journey. It's in 5 phases. We have all the goals that they have in every phase, and we have the actions they take to get into the next phase. And this is really important to know in email marketing. As I said, to be sure what to provide to those people that are in the customer journey. What can you provide? What value do they need to get? What like questions do they need answered? When do they need to jump on a call with you? When is it enough to just go to a landing page and learn more? All those things is so important for you to build your email marketing strategy based on that experience that they have and their needs that they have for communication. And then we have the life cycle stages underneath the customer journey. And that's because I want it to be supportive of their steps that they are in. And we divided those stages that you are supporting them with in 9 phases. So I would like you to think about all those phases when you are looking into email marketing strategy. So the first one is target. And target is when, like, where do you find the people that would like to be on your email list, or that you would like to be on your email list? Where do you find them? Is it on LinkedIn? Is it on YouTube? Is it on podcast? Where is it? Is it on a fair? Is it that they see something in the window for your practitioners? So how do you find them? And when it comes to the attract phase, how do you get them on your email list? Like, a newsletter is kind of unsexy. But if you explain that, here is my tips and tricks and trends in my industry, that it's like, this is the go-to place that you will feel like you have everything you need. That would be more exciting to sign up for. But if you have a, like, sign up for my newsletter and no explanation how often you're going to send it, or what it's going to include, and what the result is it going to give to me to gain another email into my email box, and so much more eventually. So really think about that. How do you attract them? And then in the capture phase, this is where you have an opt-in form to subscribe to your weekly newsletters, or whatever you call them. Or you have a lead magnet where you have an option of saying, yes, I would like to also have your, like, valuable emails sent to my inbox as well. And make sure that you have permissions to send to them. Because if you are putting in cold emails into your email provider, I bet you that they are not going to be happy about that. Probably they have a clause in their, like, in the policy, that you cannot do that. And you are hurting your domain reputation as an email sender if people start spam reporting you, or unsubscribing, or throwing them away all the time in their email inbox. So be sure that you treat your emails as a domain value, as well as you do with you have your valuable domain for SEO. So it's the same thing. They actually they go hand in hand. If you are really good at SEO on your website, you will have a higher percentage of emails coming into the inbox. If you are sending cold emails and people are not opening them, they are not interacting with them, it actually is going to decline your SEO for your website, and you don't want that. So be really good at figuring out the credits that you have on your domain, and make sure that you're safeguarding it as possible. I think that's a key point when it comes to capture. Don't put people in there that shouldn't have there. And if you are in some restriction area, like EU has GDPR, California has something else, make sure that you can send emails to the people that are downloading things, because sometimes they cannot. It's not recommended that you send marketing and promotion emails to someone just downloading something if you haven't told them that to check another box to say yes to that too. So the more they are providing you the possibility to have that permission, the better it is for you. And you don't have to have so many people on your email list. I usually say that, look at it from a theater perspective. How many people are in the audience, or how many people are on a bus, and how many would actually need to buy from you? So think about that when you're sending an email, that there is tons of people looking for that information that you have, and it needs to be the right people, because you don't want just the people that are looking for a freebie and nothing else. Okay, so let's move into the engage. Engage is when you use compelling subject lines to get them to open. And you will offer value so they stay subscribed. So think about really who you are writing for, and what are they doing right now when they are in the phase of researching and consideration in their customer journey. What questions do you need to respond to? What kind of cases would be good for them to know about? Keep them really valuable, and use clicks to see the engagement, and ask questions that they need to respond to. Like, okay, this is something I thought about. What did you see? And they will start responding to you because you are training them how you would like them to respond. And the more they respond, the better your value of your domain becomes. And you will get into the inbox for even more people when you start sending it to them. And this is also important in the engage to see how you can segment your list based on their behavior. So if they sign up only for like a newsletter kind of vehicle and they are looking for tips and tricks and trends and valuable content, when they start clicking on the links, they will see, like they will say, and they will tell you what kind of things they are interested in. So you can provide more of that. And you can also see when they are ready to actually get into the next phase, which is offer. And when you are sending the offer, you know more about the triggers that they used in Engage. If they clicked on something, they came to a landing page, maybe they came to a Q&A page, maybe they came to a place where they wanted to have a conversation with you and schedule an appointment with you. This is really good because now you can immediately send them an offer. Or if you know how you will do it, you will do it the right way and not send them all the offers and not be too eager to help them. And then when you think about the offer, you need to think about how you will guide them towards the next step and how you will follow up on the offer that you made. How many emails do you need to send? When should there be like a task for someone to follow up with a phone call? To make sure that sales and marketing goes hand in hand, and it's not totally different departments. It's really based on the behavior of the client. You will follow them through their customer journey. And when you get them to book you and they schedule a service with you, it would be good to know what to send them. Do they need to have login information if it's a digital product? Do they need to have directions how they will come to your office? What kind of information would be very helpful for them? And it would be also maybe good to like introduce the CEO or the founder and say, hey, I'm so happy that you decided to like put your trust in us. And I want that to be something that you really think about as well. To Yes, say hi and welcome. We really appreciate your business. And then we come into the deliver phase where we have the possibility to deliver, and we can deliver on wow. So what kind of information do they need during the delivery? What can we wow them with as an extra added on information, education, checklist guide, whatever it could be that could be delivered through the email as well. And then how do we multiply? How do we like see when the client is ready for the next step in our offer ladder? What can we do to give them the opportunity to give us introduction to their network, to other people that would like to have the same result as they? And when do we send that? How often do we send those kind of emails? And how do we appreciate people that are sending us new clients? And really think about how can we use email marketing in this? So they feel happy to be ambassadors. They feel happy to include our business into their reference when people are asking for a referral. So really, really think about all the different 9 stages that we can work in to see that we can make it the best opportunity for us as well as for our clients to have a really good email experience with us. And maybe you can relate that you are not sending emails all the time like this. I think that most of us don't, until we realize that everybody cannot be treated the same way. We cannot send offers to people that just barely came into our world. We cannot say, hey, can you refer us, if we haven't even got the opportunity to wow that client yet. So we really have to think about our own experience that we have when we feel like I got overwhelmed with too many emails. Okay, maybe they are not good at email marketing. How can you be better? And you don't have to be perfect, you just have to be human and really think about what do they need in every single step and how can I help them achieve that. So look at the customer journey and look at the time frame in each phase and what triggers them to go to the next phase. And the best way you can do that is actually talking to your clients and ask them, what made you think this? What did you appreciate more about this? See what they open, see what they click. They will tell you, and you will be able to not perfect it, but adjust and adapt accordingly. So if you are looking into email sequences for different stages with emails, you will naturally lead them to the next step. And it will become your lead gen machine. And it will also be the one who's regularly checking in with current clients and past clients and making sure that they still are very positive to your business and your like past engagement. So this is something that I really think would be beneficial for you to think about from a customer centric way to grow your business. That's why it has on the headline on the grid, customer centric. Everything we do in our business should provide a value to our clients. If you are today sending emails that are not providing like value and putting them into the next phase and next phase and next phase, maybe you should stop sending them. Maybe you should start rethinking how you do email marketing. So I would like to present you to an offer I have for people that are listening to our podcast, watching our lives, looking at the replay on YouTube. You can go to our grid training and you can do it for much less than you can if you just go to our website. On the website is $197 and I have a coupon code for you. So it's called Grid27. If you use that, you can go through our grid training for just $27 instead. So that's a really good offer that I would like you to have, because I think that the more you think about the Business Heroes Grid as your strategic map for growing, I think that that will be something that will lift you, it will help you grow, and it will make you less frantic and ad hoc and making sure that you have calm. You don't make decisions when you are stressed out. You have a flow on how to create clients and how to service them in the best way. And if you want accountability, if you want me and the people that are part of the Business Heroes Academy to help you to see the grid, like the grid that you now, if you go through the training, or if you just look at the worksheet that you can download and you saw all the gaps and you feel like, okay, I'm working inside of my business all the time. How the heck am I going to do to work on my business and make changes so I don't have these gaps anymore? Because the gaps are making me lose money or dropping off clients in ways that I have to then go in and there's like a fire that you have to contain all the time. That's not good for your business. So if you want people around you that are as committed as you to grow, and they are service-based businesses and they are running them with a small team or as a team of one, and you want my help to see how you can work every single week for a few hours on your business together with us to make sure that you are not losing any opportunities in your business, you are so welcome to sign up on our waiting list for the next cohort that will open up. Okay, so we are at the Q&A, and usually I want you to go in and like write your comments in the comment field. I would love to be able to like talk to you. Send me a DM. We will set up a time where we will talk about what you experienced in the grid and how I can help you. And I have a questions that I usually get when it comes to email. How do I send these emails? There is like no way I can do this manually, and I have maybe a platform that I send email through, but there is no way to segment them. It feels like I need to do a restart. So they ask us what we use, and I will say that I use Kajabi and I use Keep. Both of them are really good and for different reasons. Keep is really good for you if you are a business that maybe not using like online courses or online coaching or memberships in that sense, but you really need to know where your customers are, where in the pipeline they are, and what stage they are on, so you can keep up with their way of progressing through their customer journey and how you are helping them on the way. And Kajabi is really good if you are using email marketing for uh, courses, memberships, or online coaching. So those two, we are users them ourselves about the platforms, and we are also partners with them. So if you would like to know more about the tools we use in our business, you go into businessheroes.io/tools, and you will see the tools that we use outside of Keep and Kajabi. And you will also see the offers that we have as partners with these platforms if you're interested to know more. Okay, so don't be like a stranger. We've all friends here. So go into the comments and tell me what you felt when you watched this and or listened to this, because I really want to know. And I want you to be able to ask any question that you would like to get to know more about. And if you don't want to do it in the comments, send me a DM and we'll do it privately. Okay, so it's time to level up. Email marketing, it's not broken, as I said, but your strategy might be. So the key is to have a plan that guides your audience, your subscribers, your potential clients, your current clients, or your past clients towards more steps working with you. And the Business Heroes Grid is a really excellent tool to help you do just that. So download it, map the new strategy out, and get into action. Until next time.